As of now, you can visit Amazon's first brick-and-mortar bookstore in New York City, ironically, in a place where Borders closed its doors in 2011 in Columbus Circle, and pretty close to where a Barnes & Noble sold books for 16 years before it, too, closed down. So this is an interesting and ironic thing because as Amazon, the website, flourished, we saw these brick-and-mortar bookstore chains kind of flounder, go down, completely go bankrupt and closed if they are Borders. And so now it's kind of a weird permutation of a permutation to see the bookstore in a brick and mortar. However, the early reviews do not seem great. According to Quartz.com, it sucks the joy out of going to a bookstore. And why is that? It seems to be that it's mostly an Amazon Prime advertisement, I would say. So when you go to a bookstore, you can do a couple different things. You go in with a specific book title in mind, you find it, you buy it, you get out. There's other times where you might just go for fun. You know, maybe you have an idea of something you'd like to read. Maybe you'd like to peruse the different titles, maybe look at the staff recommendations. Here, it's a little bit different. While a normal bookstore may have 8,000 titles, this bookstore only has 3,000 titles based on the insistence of putting all of the books cover side out instead of jacket spine out. And that is mainly to show that they're different and cool titles, I guess, which works in cooking and food and art, but maybe less so for fiction or the like of that. There weren't very many titles reported for being in certain kinds of genres, like romance only had 13 books, despite being a very popular book genre, probably based on the idea that people who consume romance novels like to do that in ebook form. Probably not because they're embarrassed to be reading a romance novel in public. Overall, it seems like you won't get a good price on this because if you're not a Prime member, you're going to be paying the suggested retail price, which is oftentimes higher than what you would pay for without Prime on Amazon. Also, if they don't have a book you want, the staff will not order it for you. They'll just say, go buy it on Amazon. If you want to check prices, guess what? You've got to do it with your Amazon app. So it's a completely different experience than shopping in a bookstore. And I mean, to their credit, a lot of bookstores have failed while Amazon's model has succeeded. So perhaps it's not the worst idea, though it does take out, I would say, the joy of being able to look around and see different ideas and thoughts and maybe find something you weren't expecting. But that is not a very quantifiable thing. It would be maybe priceless to me, but to the store, sometimes they're not going to make a sale, or sometimes they're not going to make the kind of sale they wanted, the higher margin. So, I mean, if you want that joy still, there's independent bookstores. It seems more that Amazon's version of a brick and mortar bookstore is more based on showing you Prime membership. Probably just become a Prime member is the goal of doing this whole operation. Audience, have you been to an Amazon brick and mortar of any sort? And yes, I'm talking about those grocery stores that don't have cash registers. Please let me know below what you thought, and please like and subscribe for more.